हेलो स्टूडेंट्स और कैसे हैं आप सब वेलकम टू आवर सेशन ऑन नंबर सीरीज in competitive exams this is one of those topics where you can absolutely score full marks if you just know the right tricks. So today we're going to decode all those patterns and secrets so that no series in the exam can ever stump you again. Chaliye, let's get started.
All right off the bat, let's start with a little challenge. On your screen, you see a series, 10, 100, 200, 310. What do you think the next number is? Go on, take a few seconds, give it a shot. And hey, if you don't get it, no worries at all. By the end of this session, I promise, questions like these will feel like a total cakewalk. So, here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with simple addition and multiplication patterns, then level up to squares and cubes, tackle some tricky series, learn how to spot the wrong number, and finally, I'll give you the ultimate strategy for your exam. Ready to go? Let's do this. Let's start with the absolute basics, addition and multiplication. And believe me when I say this, most of the questions you'll see in your exam are built on these two simple ideas. If you can master spotting these patterns, you're already halfway to winning the battle. So let's make sure our foundation is rock solid. Okay, let's look at our first problem. We have the series 6, 12, 21, then a question mark, and 48. Now that hint on the screen? That's not just a hint, it's pretty much the golden rule of number series. Whenever you see a series, the very first thing you should do is check the difference between the numbers. So let's apply that right now. So, how do we crack this one? Well, the real magic is hiding in the differences. When we check the gaps, we find a +6 and then a +9. Now, that should be a light bulb moment. 6, 9, what's next? It's the table of 3. So the next difference has to be 12. You just add that 12 to 21, and there's your answer. 33. See? Easy. It's all about finding the pattern within the pattern. Okay, on to the next one. The series is 4, 12, 36, 108, and then our question mark. Now, just look at this. Can you see how the numbers are just exploding? We're going from 4 all the way to 108 really fast. Whenever you see this kind of rapid growth, it's a huge clue. Checking for a multiplier is a much smarter move than checking for differences. That's another key exam tip for you. The big clue here was how fast those numbers were jumping up. So instead of subtracting, let's try dividing. What's 12 divided by 4? It's 3. And 36 divided by 12? That's also 3. Bingo! We found it. The pattern is simply multiply by 3. So all we have to do is multiply the last number, 108, by 3, which gives us 324. And we're done. All right, time to level up, guys. Let's talk about squares and cubes. Now, these are the examiner's favorite little traps. But the good news is, if you recognize your squares and cubes, you can solve these trick questions in literally 5 seconds. This is your secret weapon to save precious time in the exam. Have a look at this series on your screen. 1, 9, 25, 49, question mark, 121. Now, as soon as you see these numbers, a little alarm bell should be ringing in your head. These aren't just random numbers, are they? They feel special. Do they look familiar to you? And here's the secret, laid out perfectly in this table. Just look at this. 1 is 1 squared, 9 is 3 squared, 25 is 5 squared. What's the pattern here? We're not just squaring any numbers, we're squaring consecutive odd numbers. So after 7, the next odd number is 9. And what's 9 squared? It's 81. Just to be sure, the next odd number is 11. And 11 squared is 121, which matches our series. So yeah, 81 is the perfect fit. Okay, everyone, listen up. This slide right here is super important. Seriously, take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you need to do. If you're serious about your exams, you absolutely must know the squares up to 30 and the cubes up to 15 by heart. This is the single best way to save calculation time. Trust me on this, it is a total game changer. So far, we've been dealing with series that have one single clear pattern. But what happens when the examiner decides to get a little creative and mixes 2 patterns into one question? We call these mixed or alternating series. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. You just have to look a little closer. Let's check out this example. 11, 13, 17, 19. Now, if you try to find a simple difference here, you're going to get a bit confused. Look, first it's +2, then it's +4, then it's +2 again. What's going on here? This isn't a simple staircase pattern. As the hint says, there's a repeating pattern we need to find. Okay, let's break this down piece by piece. From 11 to 13, that's a +2. Then from 13 to 17, that's a +4. And then back to +2 again. There it is. The pattern isn't a single progression, it's a repeating cycle. +2, +4, +2, +4. The last jump we see is 23 to 25, which is +2. So what's next in the cycle? It has to be +4. We just add 4 to 25 and we get our answer, 29. It's just like two simple series woven into one. All right, let's switch gears a bit. So far, our mission has been to find the missing number. But now we're going on a different kind of hunt. We need to find the wrong number. The core skill is the same. You still have to find the pattern, but your objective is just a little different.
This slide makes the difference super clear. Think of it this way. In find the next term questions, you assume the pattern is correct, and you just continue it. But in find the wrong term questions, you're like a detective. You have to figure out the pattern and then find the one number that doesn't fit, the one that's breaking the rule.
Okay, time to put our skills to the test. Here's a series: 196, 169, 144, 121, and 101. Your job is to find the imposter. We just talked about squares, right? So, do any of these numbers ring a bell for you? Let's put on our detective hats and decode this. Okay, 196, that's 14 squared. 169, yup, 13 squared. 144 is 12 squared, and 121 is 11 squared. The pattern is crystal clear, right? We're just squaring consecutive numbers and going backwards. 14, 13, 12, 11. So what should come after 11? Logically, it has to be 10. And 10 squared is 100. But wait a minute, what does the series have? It has 101. That's the one. That's the number that breaks our beautiful pattern. So 101 is our culprit, the wrong number in the series. All right, everyone, we've covered a lot of ground. Now let's put it all together into a final checklist. Your ultimate exam strategy. This is what should run through your mind, step by step, the moment you see a number series question on your paper. Let's make it absolutely clear. Think of this as your 5-step mantra for success. Step 1, and I can't say this enough, always check the differences first. Step 2, if you see the numbers shooting up like a rocket, your brain should immediately think multiplication or squares. Step 3, if nothing simple seems to work, start hunting for a hidden, alternating pattern. Step 4, remember all that hard work you did memorizing squares and cubes? This is where it pays off big time. And finally, step 5, and this is so crucial. Read the question carefully. Are they asking for the next term or the wrong term? Getting that wrong is such a simple mistake to avoid.
So we've seen just how powerful logic and pattern recognition can be, right? But it's not just about numbers. Think about it for a second. What's a complex pattern in your own daily life that you've learned to predict? It could be anything. The traffic on your way to college, maybe. Or even knowing exactly when your favorite show will have a plot twist. See? Patterns are literally everywhere. It's all about learning to see them. अगर आपको ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगा हो तो प्लीज़ लाइक, शेयर और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना। सारे पीडीएफ्स के लिए मेरा टेलीग्राम चैनल